Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome back to the farm. Probably wondering what happened to Saturday and Sunday. Well, Saturday it rained all day, so we ended up kind of just staying inside the house most of the day. The farm was relatively slow that day as well too, so we were inside catching a little bit of rest. Even snow came inside the house, got in on the action, got a chance to watch television for the first time, which was an entertaining sight to behold. On Sunday, we took a little more time to kind of catch up on some rest as traffic at the farm kind of trickled in a little bit late. And we just decided to, spend the day doing some other things. But we are back with you today, and we are working on trying to prepare our watermelon patch by first taking down the irrigation and the woven fabric that we used this past season as part of our growing process. That's been a tedious task. That woven fabric was a blessing and a curse. The winds were always kind of pulling it up and flapping it around. So part of the watermelon patch last season, we planted directly into the ground without the woven fabric. The other half we used it. And I think we decided pretty much last year that woven fabric was not our friend, and we were not gonna do that again this year. Dragon right now is off to get the tractor to do a little bit of bush hogging of this space, try to knock down some of these weeds. We have a little bit of break in the weather. We've also had some consistent rain over the past few weeks, which has limited our ability to get out and prepare our garden for some of our planting. But we do have watermelons that are already in trays, and they are doing lovely. This is our watermelon patch from last year that we used. Actually, you can see that this side here that is way more walkable than the other side. This is the side that we've had that plastic on, so it kind of suppressed the weeds a little bit more. And over here, where the mighty jungle is where we just direct sowed watermelon into the ground. So gonna go a little different approach this year. We used drip tape, which was that irrigation line that we were pulling up to as well. That is going to all be trashed because we have plenty of it, and it's just a one-time use per season kind of irrigation system that we installed here outside of our main line. That we'll have to show you some other time, because that also too is kind of buried here in this jungle of grass. However, here are some trays of our watermelon seedlings. They are looking great. We have Jubilee here. Probably will plant some Crimson Sweet and also direct sow some Charleston Gray. Dragon is on his way now out to the field to do some mowing. Happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome to art class with Dragon.
That's what this is.
That's what this is. Dragon is working on painting these concrete dove statues that we've had.
These are doves?
Are they? Is that what they are? What are they? Are they doves? We'll just call them bird statues.
No, I was going to actually try to paint them into bluebirds.
Oh. Dragon's gonna
I needed blue.
create bluebirds. I found the blue paint for him, so he's in luck. We've had these guys for several months and thought that we might use them as an accent to our orchard entrance. But as things evolve, we've decided to use them as centerpieces on a couple of our tables in our seating area. So Dragon is working his magic now. Yes, your magic. Letting the paint speak to him.
Oh,
Is that how this works?
yep, that's exactly.
See, he's an artist, everybody.
Orange.
Oh, he needs orange. Here you are.
What do you think?
I don't know. I like to see the finished product.
No, but flowers.
Oh, actually, I like this one. I like this. I like the brighter colors here with the red as an accent. Red as an accent on this one. Dragon says he thinks that predominantly red looks better
They're roses. So.
on this. I know that they're roses, but it's also art. It's a statement. So, you know, everybody has their different preferences on their color palette, I guess. So we'll see. You're the guy in charge. We'll let you get back to it. We're gonna go check out that field that you mowed yesterday.
Oh.
Show people how that's looking. And our watermelon patch area is a jungle no more. Dragon managed to finish getting all of this mowed yesterday. The main line is now a little more visible. I tried to show that yesterday. So this is our main supply line right here. We had then drip tape running off of all of these guys with the on and off valve for each one. And again, on this section here, this was where we had the woven fabric down, and then the thicker section of the grass over here is where we direct sowed our watermelons last season. We went all the way down to the bottom of that hill, right there kind of where the shaded area transitions into sun, but water tended to sit down there. We planted some what did we plant? Cantaloupe, I think some honeydew, some other things down in that area. Didn't do so well. Only the watermelon that were planted on the top of this hill fared relatively well. So we are likely to not plant in that space again just because of the drainage issues that we had there this past growing season. Otherwise, this space looks good and it is ready now for the next step, which is getting the tractor. A friend of ours is letting us borrow his tractor and his tiller so we can get this ground tilled up and then start getting our planting in. Across the path from our watermelon patch last year, immediately next to it was our cut flower garden. We did not come through and take down anything out of here just yet, but you can see we have some volunteer sunflowers that are popping back up. We had sunflowers kind of in this area and all the way further up. And then on this back half, last year we planted 3,000 gladiola bulbs. We offered lots of friends to come by and dig them up. I think maybe one person took us up on that. So because of that, we still have pretty much the entire gladiola patch that's here. They've now started to emerge. They're all looking good. So we will come through at some point, do some weeding in here, get this cleaned up so that we can get access to these guys when they start blooming. And of course, there was also drip tape that was used in these. I don't know if we want to maybe try to see if that's still usable again this season. But we did succession planting last year. So that's the one downside now of having everything all at once. Everything will start blooming and being ready. But we do have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 possible rows of gladiola bulbs that we had planted here in our cut flower garden, and some beautiful colors that as they emerge we'll remember what they are and where they were planted. But I do remember that a few of the varieties tended to be ready to pick a little bit sooner than some of the other ones. So we'll see also too whether there might have been any cross-pollination as these guys are starting to come back up, and if we get some slight variations on the colors that we actually had last year. Snapdragons from last year are also starting to push back up. It's just always amazing when some of the annual stuff that you plant, expecting it to die out, ends up coming back. But we planted in plastic mulch right here last season in a lot of our garden space. Most of our cut flowers, we use that plastic mulch, and then also too in our vegetable garden space. So because of that, some of the things got a little extra warmth over the winter time that they might not have gotten otherwise, which allowed them to survive the winter and come back this season. One of my favorite things that survived the winter was our eucalyptus. We planted these eucalyptus from seed, and they fared amazingly well during the winter time. And just look at how nice and thick those stalks are. So these guys, we plan to dig a few up, find a new spot for them up closer by the house or by the farm store, just so that we can continue to enjoy them. I believe that under the right conditions, these grow into really nice trees. So it will be a special treat if we find a place for this to be eternally happy and to really live its life to its full potential and get even bigger. Over here was our dahlia patch from last year in our cut flower garden. And we did not dig these tubers out. And you can see that this one here is chest height and already putting on blooms. These are dahlias that we also started from seed, believe it or not from tubers. And these varieties here were from Johnny's. Johnny seeds turned out to be the taller of the dahlia varieties that we ended up growing last year. And it's nice to see that these guys did amazingly well. So everywhere you see a stake here is where we had a dahlia planted. We did a Florida weave with some string kind of going through to offer them some additional support. And over on this side, we had Baker's Creek dahlias, which it looks like a few of them have emerged so far this season. There are a couple of them. Here's one here. The Baker's Creek dahlias tended to stay a lot shorter from our experience here, at least in our growing conditions. They never really got much above kind of this 2-foot mark. So these, if you're looking for something that stays a little bit shorter, maybe as a dahlia as a border, then Baker's Creek might be the option for you. But if you are looking for something maybe along a backside, or to offer a little more height or a little more drama, depending on your growing space, then perhaps you want to try out some seeds from Johnny Seeds. Then you'll get some of these nice tall guys like what we have here. Wednesday, everybody. It is a very, very hot Wednesday. Almost noon. The high today is going to be close to 90 degrees, which of course made it a perfect day for Dragon to get out on the tractor and till up the watermelon patch. How's it looking, Dragon?
It's good. No wait. Did 2 passes and everything. You can definitely see how much better is the patch that had a plastic on. So this half had a plastic on. That half, that was the plastic that got blown off. So we had to take it off. A lot less weeds and even the weeds that were growing on this side, it was mostly clover. So which is really great for the ground. The bottom portion is really wet. So we're probably not even going to plant that.
Yeah, we talked about that. I mentioned that to everybody yesterday. Doing a little walkthrough with that hill down there, how we planted cantaloupe and honeydew and a few other things at the bottom of that hill. It just kind of stayed wet and really didn't get production out of it.
Maybe swapping during the starts on that side. Those weeds might be growing faster.
So they can get ahead of it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I'm going to wait a couple of hours, let it dry a little bit and do one more and then hopefully get some planting tonight.
All right.
This afternoon. But yeah, it looks good.
Well, I think you need to come inside, cool off, hydrate.
So far, so good. Kevin's going to buy me a tractor like that.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, we have some good friends who let us borrow their equipment. So
We love our friends.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we do.
All right, let's get out of the sun for a little bit.
We get a lunch break, everybody.
Lunch? I just had breakfast.
I had breakfast.
Well, everybody, we can officially say planting season has arrived. We have about between 300 and 320 or so watermelon starts in the ground. These are all Jubilee. Jubilee are one of our favorite watermelons to plant and to eat. They are a seeded variety, grow anywhere from about 30 up to 40 pounds. Very sweet, a very popular option for our customers here. Our neighbor Chris was dropped by to borrow something and ended up helping us plant. So thank you, Chris. We appreciate you. Dragon is tired. Lots accomplished today. Hottest day we've had probably all month. It was about 90 degrees today at its peak.
Riding 90 for a good 6 hours today and humid. So, but it was good to kill off the weeds that we tilled. We ended up tilling 3 times. So it's good. We got a lot done. Tomorrow, if we get a break in rain, we have to put in seeds in the ground. That's going to be Charleston Gray, most likely all of the Charleston Gray. Or we might add 2 rows of our own seeds of jubilee that we have saved. So we'll see.
We also still need to come back and connect the drip line. We just
but we have rain for next 4 or 5 days in the forecast, so that's no rush. We already dropped the lines down, so we know where they go. It's just plugging them into this, so it shouldn't be a big issue. Watering probably is not going to start till hopefully until probably beginning of June, because we should have consistent rains off and on, at least one rain a week, and that should be plenty for this. We might need to do another light till. Another friend of ours has a really narrow tiller. If these weeds pop up, maybe give them another till so we can give watermelons a good head start. And we're going to have to fertilize these as well. So it's a lot of work to do, but this is a great head start. What's crazy, we planted watermelon exact same day last year on our Facebook memory. I was showing Kevin this morning.
Yeah, that popped up of us out here getting them in the ground. So it feels like we're behind schedule, but according to Facebook, we're on time.
Yeah, we had our first watermelon we harvested.
It was end of July. My parents were here.
Week before, last like 7 days before end of the, so like 24th of July, 25th of July, something like that. So fingers crossed we can do that again this year. So.
All right. Well, these guys are in the ground looking good. We got to get the doggies fed. We have to get fed. It was at least a beautiful evening with much nicer, cooler temperatures to get out here and get the planting done. So we're happy about that. And now it's time to call it quits for the day and have that never-ending conversation, which is, what are we going to eat for dinner? Nobody knows.
Go, everybody. Kevin is about to do it.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Dragon and I came out and got the rest of the irrigation done here in the watermelon patch.
This is not for you.
And so now Dragon has been going through direct sowing watermelon seeds. He is putting down Charleston Gray. He's already done 2 rolls. And also some, what else you put in? Crimson Sweet, Dragon? He says he'll see. So
4 rolls of Charleston and then do a couple of rye's honeydew and cantaloupe in the last 3 rolls.
For those of you who might have needed to adjust your volume just now, he's doing 4 rows of Charleston Gray and then a couple of rows of cantaloupe and honeydew that we have. So the benefit to having these jubilee over here started is that we'll get a bounty of watermelon early in the season, and then with the succession planting that will help extend our offerings of watermelon, and then offer a little bit something different as the season progresses with having those Charleston Gray. Those are a variety that we planted last year. We love them, so we're bringing them back for year 2, hoping to get a few larger melons and see how they do. And because the fun never ends around here, it is now time to process these guys. It's Thursday. We process on Thursdays. The birds sit on cold water overnight. We package up on Friday, and we have them available for sale here at our farm store on Saturday mornings. This week we have exactly 30 birds that were ready, which is a great number. We usually get in 35 just so that we have a little bit of extra room for whatever might happen as they grow out, spending their 8 weeks with us here out on pasture. So we have now arrived over at our processing station. Cones are set up. Plucker is right there. Water is waiting to get temperature up to 150. That's the scalding tank. After the birds have bled out in the cones, they get dunked into the scalding tank, and from there they go over into the plucker to be defeathered. And once they are done here at this station, they come over to the table. Dragon usually works on cutting off the feet and prepping, and then passing over to myself and Alexis, and we are set up with our evisceration station right here where we continue to clean them out. Coolers are there filled with water and ice, and now it is time to get to the work of processing another batch of chickens. Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to the end of the week, where we have just restocked earlier today on our garden center. We just showed you lots of beautiful annuals and perennials, some new things that we've gotten in. Some hanging baskets are back in full stock. I had to add a few more hangers to get everything up and going today. Got some more lantana hanging baskets in. Those were popular last time we had some, along with our regular lantana. Smaller variety starts over here on this side. We also have some beautiful Gerber daisies that are right here. I don't think that the camera does these things justice, just how vibrant these colors are. But I wanted to get out during the golden hour with that beautiful sunset happening right back there and show you guys what we have available for customers for our Memorial Day weekend coming up. We also got in some new tags for prices, so Dragon is busy right now adding all of those. They are taller, they're angled, so hopefully this makes everything a little better for the customer experience. We're always trying to find ways to make things a little more pleasurable for people and have their questions answered before they have to ask them. So looking forward to getting some feedback on those tomorrow when folks are here and showing up. Around here, a lot of people like to travel. People are very fond in this community of having RVs and going out of town and out to camp. So we will see how many locals versus how many folks just passing through we have coming by tomorrow. Chicken will be available as well. We still have to go and package those guys up. So that is next on our list. But just can't get enough of these pretty things, like this garden phlox right here. Time to check in with the boss, see how his week has gone. Well, you know, we just keep it moving around here. Isn't this nice to be able to sit at some tables and
they don't let me sit
and do some work?
Gotta sneak in.
You know, let me reposition the camera so we can get a little sunset behind you going on, little sunset action while we sit and chat. Wow, look at that. That's amazing. We were supposed to get rain this week.
That's why we reloaded. No rain, and then we decided to reload the garden center.
But we did get watermelon planted this week. We got quite a few things done this week.
Yeah. Well, we were supposed to get rain entire weekend, including Monday, every day. But then this morning I woke up and there was no rain in the forecast at all. It was a little bit today. It was 40% today, and we completely missed us. So we decided to reload the garden center, and one more time. It's probably the last time that we're gonna have it this full for the summer. This planting season is kind of slowing down. Majority of people already got most of their stuff, but we're still gonna give it a shot one more time. We got the watermelon done. We planted some flowers down in the bottom watermelon patch. I wish we got the rain for that. The rain would have been good for that. We're gonna have to actually water those watermelons that we planted now. But yeah, productive week. Hopefully it's busy this weekend. I know a lot of people are out of town, but we still have some folks that are still here. You know, fresh chicken tomorrow. We still have to package them tonight. Should be a nice and busy weekend, hopefully. So we have some nice deals, some beautiful flowers. I'm sure Kevin showed you, but yeah, some new stuff and good stuff.
We love it.
Love it. All right, back to you in studio.
That's gonna do it for us for this week. As you can see, we are a sweaty mess. I feel like I am 37 degrees darker today than I was last week, also too, from being outside planting. Got the yard cut today as well. but just the season to be outside, to start using some sunscreen, always putting a hat on your head, staying hydrated. So we want to thank you guys for stopping in, checking in on us this week. Hope that you guys are all staying safe out there wherever you are. If you're traveling for the holidays as well, make sure you have packed your patience. And if you happen to be traveling through Virginia,
especially this weekend,
coming down US 301,
stay away from 95, come down 301,
and driving through King George County, make sure you stop right here and see us at the farm. Everybody stay safe out there, and we'll see you again real soon.
We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.